Hi, Aquarius. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for your patience for the mid-month reading. I'm getting them out slowly but surely because I'm still knocking out personal readings. They've come in pretty quickly. So I do appreciate your guys' patience. I do want to remind everybody that you can get a personal reading with me on the InstantGo app. That link's below. And also on my website, I have a new reading. It's called The Soul's Lesson. And basically we go through 3 different lessons that your soul is teaching you right now, because we all write the soul contract before we are born, and through each stage of our lives we are always learning new lessons, and our soul's always teaching us new things. So it's a pretty cool reading. It's a 30-minute private video link that I send to you, and it's on special through May, so make sure that you are checking that out. I'm like super fidgety. I've been this energy. It's really funny because you guys were like before, you're like, oh my God. I don't know if it was this like the beginning of April or if it was mid-April, but somebody had mentioned, oh man, you've been sitting in Aquarius energy for days. This time I didn't do that. I had a really hard time. I think it was the beginning of April, actually getting that energy out. I didn't want to. Like, I didn't want to even feel it. And then I realized, oh my gosh, if I just did the reading, then it would just go away. Usually that's the way it happens. Sometimes it lingers. But this time it was just this morning. And I'm really fidgety. Like, everything has to be in its place. I've moved this table a couple of times. I keep messing with my hair. If you see me messing with my hair through the video, that's why. And I know that you guys are feeling Uranus, which is one of your ruling planets. You have 2 of them, Saturn and Uranus. It is moving into Taurus. It's going from a fire sign into an earth sign, a fellow fixed sign. Taurus is a fixed sign. Fixed means you're a little bit more stubborn. It's a little harder to get you to move than, say, a mutable sign, which is easily movable. But you are an air quality, so you are not as stubborn as a earthy Taurus. But when your planet is switching signs, you will feel it. I mean, this is not a transit that's just going to be like, oh yeah, you know, cool, you know, my planet's moving. You're going to have a lot of changes happen in your life. Uranus is evolution. Uranus comes in and shakes things up. It's kind of, a lot of people will say it's kind of like, see how I'm messing with my necklace. I can't. A lot of people will say that it's kind of like the tower energy. It doesn't have to be a bad shakeup or a really big shakeup, but something in your life will definitely start to feel different, feel a little uncomfortable. And it all kind of, and it's going to really manifest more in like your home, your money, your finances, your job, anything that you really feel as stable, because Taurus is really the sign of stability and home and comfort. So I know I have subscribers out there that don't mind that I talk for the first 3 minutes of a video. And then there are those people that are like, oh my God, just go on with the cards, right? So if somebody wants to timestamp that the reading starts, it does not offend me when you guys do that. So please go ahead. I just think that sometimes you guys need to know, especially when it's your planet, you need to know what's going on. So here we are. Right away, 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. My phone needs to go on Do Not Disturb. Sorry, guys. See, I am just like all over the place today. And I'm, you know, Virgo. Like, that doesn't happen. And my camera's all out of focus. Like, I don't know what's going on. Okay. 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. And I know that this is your guys' feeling right now. What's happening with me? It's like I just can't keep things straight. I don't really know what's going on. Things are a little bit weird. Things keep happening. Like, I can't sit still. And I know it is a big shift. It is a big change, but it's not something to be scared of, because this is really what you guys are all about. You are about evolution. It's, you know, I always think of Scorpio and Aquarius being the most evolutionary signs that we have. So Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Really giving back to your home environment. Really paying attention to what's going on in your surroundings. Really trying to keep things very stable. I feel like at times you're almost giving too much of yourself. And I feel like at times it's kind of more of a chore, or people are asking too much of you from your home environment. And home environment could even mean work. I mean, sometimes people go to the office and spend more time in the office than they do at home. So it's really humid here, and it's like the air conditioner is not taking the humidity out of the air. So Queen of Swords, there you are. So I feel like there's kind of a need for you to stand up for yourself and not give too much. Kind of, or just like, this is not a very tough feeling for me. I don't feel like you're overextending yourself. I think it's more of a warning. Like, I know that you really want to be able to do this for people, but make sure that you don't overextend yourself, because as Uranus does transit, and it will be transiting for, I think it's like 7 to 8 years in Taurus, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to build your home life, you know, and really make it stable. Because what is unstable typically becomes shaken up during this time. So then we have Death, speaking of Scorpio, Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. So as this change comes in, and you guys become very, very aware of the electric charge that's going to happen. And it's not going to be like overnight, boom. It could be, because Mars and Uranus will be conjuncting at the same time on the same day as it moves into Taurus. So that will be interesting. But try and keep your cool. If you have another air sign in your life that is a little bit combative, or not even combative, but tends to bring situations to you, and it's like, can't we just leave well enough alone? You know, why does it always have to be such a battle kind of thing? I feel like that's sort of the change that you're really wanting. You're wanting things to calm down a little bit, and they just aren't going to. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, there's that air sign again, going from a knight to a page. Or as this transition happens, this death of something, as something dies, you know, I always say something has to die to be reborn. Whatever it is in your life that is kind of threatening your stability, this is a really great opportunity that's come, except it's kind of made you go from a queen to a knight to a page. I'm kind of looking at it that way too. It's kind of reduced your ego. And it's not always, I mean, like, some people are like, oh my gosh, the ego's so bad, so great, my ego's reduced. And it's almost, but it's like your self-esteem has almost been reduced too. Could have been a Scorpio that brought up this opportunity. You guys got into an argument, and now you're feeling kind of like cut to the core. If there's discord in your home life, I feel like there's some kind of, yeah. I'm going to put these over here. Knight of Cups, Eight of Swords, so really up in your head, and the Three of Cups. Really up in your head about wanting to offer affections to somebody, and possibly, the Three of Cups to me in this deck is all about like being in union with someone, or reunion with someone. I know a lot of people are like, that's drinking a lot and socializing, but I don't typically see it that way. It could be that you do start drinking and socializing, and that's because you are up in your head, and you kind of got to get away from whatever this Knight of Cups either offered you, or you want to offer to them, and now you're like, I'm not really sure what to think about that. there's some emotional baggage. We have the 8 of Cups, Page of Cups, 2 of Swords, 5 of Cups. Lots of emotion going on here. And it's somehow directly related to your stability. 7 of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, so an earth sign showing up. I want to say that there's a lot of illusions around. It's like you're not quite sure what to think about a love situation. You want to ask for more. It's like, do I walk away from this? Do I ask for more? There's some kind of question that you have, direction that you need to know about a love situation. Could possibly be with a water sign, an earth sign, or another air sign. I'm not getting a ton of major arcanas, which is really surprising to me. Really surprising to me. Because this is such a big time. But you guys seriously there's some kind of offer that was either extended to you or you want to extend to somebody else to maybe like get together with someone. And you're really questioning that. And it's really heavy. Like, what is it that you're questioning so hard about it? Because I feel like if you decide not to move forward, you'll regret it. Or you're confused about, will I really? I mean, 5 to 7, 5 cups to 7 of cups. It's amazing to me how, like, at first it's like, no, I'm just going to walk away from this. Like, no big deal. And then you start to feel that regret of walking away from it. And now you're all confused. It's very interesting, Aquarius. And people say you guys don't feel deeply. That's baloney. You guys are some of the most feeling people I know. You just don't show it. You know, it's not like you guys are like, no, there's more important things to do than just like cry it out. Makes sense, right? I mean, like, no, and you know that I know you guys can feel, like, hardcore feel. Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. Here are the major arcanas. Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Aries, Pisces. We do have the Pisces full moon, right? Or full moon. The moon is in Pisces right now. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk at all. So this earth sign, you've kind of placed them on a pedestal. I feel like they kind of have a lot of control. And this is the person that you're super confused about, this earth sign. They kind of have control over your emotions, and I want to tell you that they actually don't. It may feel like they have some control over your emotions, but I don't think they do. I actually think that they regret things just as much as you do. But again, nobody's really saying anything here. There's a lot of emotional stuff going on, and nobody's actually talking. You're up in your head. There's a little bit of discord here when something switches up and changes. It's almost like there was an argument and then everything shut down. Do I extend an offer or not? And then you start to walk away from it, and then both of you feel really regretful. So that's really interesting. Could be a water sign too. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. But you could actually be kind of taking on the Queen of Pentacles as well. Feeling that very homey, earthy, and switching things up a little bit, and you're like, you know, maybe I'm not going to say anything. I just feel like nobody's talking. With the High Priestess here, I feel like everybody's kind of shut down. And there are decisions that need to be made. Two of Pentacles. Five of Swords is behind that. So I feel like either somebody was ghosted or somebody shut down. If you have something to bring to surface, right now is really a good time. And the only reason why I'm saying that is I feel like you need to kind of make things as stable as possible before Uranus goes into Taurus and then starts to shake things up again. Because you have this very antsy, electrifying energy surrounding you right now. Like, I really want to get things done. I really want to do stuff. And if there is a part of your life that you're kind of unsure about, Uranus is going to come in and make you sure of it, whether you like it or not. So, maybe kind of helping that energy along. This wheel, we always talk about the wheel is karma. The wheel is the universe, and we can do the work behind the wheel, but we cannot make the wheel go any faster. We can't turn it any faster. The universe will turn the wheel as slow or as fast as they want it, blah, 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 blah. You guys are like, oh my gosh, she's so not intelligent anymore. What happened? I don't know what's wrong with me. I was perfectly fine this morning when I got up, got my kids to school and all of that, and all of a sudden I just went, and started to get really fidgety. And so I think that you guys are super confused right now, which is really, and that's what it is. It's unsettling. It is so unsettling for an air sign to be confused. That's what it is. Man, it took a lot to do that. And it's because of this earth sign. Or water sign. Whoever it is. Doesn't have to, it could just be somebody that embodies this. Could be an Aries. Could be a Pisces. Could be a Scorpio. I just feel like just laying it all out there, but I'm that kind of person. I'm the lay it all out there kind of person. If there's a reason why you have to be in the Eight of Swords, there's never really a reason to be in the Eight of Swords. I don't know. I just feel like this is kind of one of those things where you're either going to say something or you don't. And if you don't say something, you might regret it. If they don't say something, they might regret it, and vice versa. So decide how that resonates with you in your life. I am a firm believer of just laying it all out on the table and letting it ride, because I have learned the hard way that the more I hold in, the harder it is in the long run. So, the harder it is on me. And once I actually explode and become the Knight of Swords, yeah, everybody watch out, right? So I'm a very firm believer. And especially if this has anything to do with your stability, your home life, your work, whatever that is, everybody's really standing up for themselves right now. And I feel like you're being extremely timid. And I think it's because you've kind of placed this earth sign on a pedestal and you're not really sure what to do about it. So if you feel like you need to sit and wait, then sit and wait. If you feel like it's not the right time, that's okay. I just don't want you to eventually regret whatever it is that you do need to say. Make that decision. Don't be blinded by the fact that you do have to take care of things. It's just not, you can't just it's really funny with the Libra fellow air sign, right? The Libra reading, it was humor is the rug I sweep my feelings under. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting here too. Maybe on the surface, you're making everything look okay, but don't be blinded by the fact that there are things that you need to take care of, because I think in the long run, you'll regret it if you don't say something. Right? And if you haven't put this earth sign on a pedestal, then they've put you on a pedestal. And I feel like that's something that somebody needs to know. And it's not necessarily a good thing to put somebody on a pedestal. Don't put another human up. We're all the same. Whether some people act like they're bigger than somebody else or not, we're all the same. So, All right, Aquarius, I hope you guys have had a really wonderful May. I hope you have a great second half of May. Thank you again for your patience with the video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.